Hey guys, this is the final episode of the surferbrg's review time, season 3. And I kind of didn't know what to review for the last review for this season, so just for heck of it, I'm just going to review a 3D game for the arcade. And I'm reviewing the game Soul Edge, which is known as Soul Blade on the PlayStation release. Don't understand the difference, but really great game, and I must say this is a really good game because this is one of the games that also started the Soul Blade, or what was it? Soul Calibur series. This is what started it all. So, I'm going to cut to chat and let's get right to the gameplay footage. So this game, I really don't have too much to say except it's a really fun action, like, fighting game where you get to verse people. One of the first, like, 3D games I'd have to say that allows you to use, like, weapons when you're fighting your opponent and stuff. Like, each character has, like, a certain weapon they're good with. Like, Siegfried has the big sword, and, Mitsurugi has, like, the katana, and, of course, there's other characters. So, it's a pretty fun action fighting game. It's really fun. It's also what started the Soul Calibur series, and I actually one time borrowed this from a cousin or someone. I can't remember, but one time I did borrow this game, and I played it. It was pretty fun, actually. But I don't have too much to say except this game is pretty awesome. I do like the graphics are pretty fair because, back then, because back in, I forgot what year this game was, to be honest, but I remember back then 3D was still kind of a new thing, so making 3D games was kind of new, but they still did a good job. Namco did pull off at making the graphics, gameplay, and fighting and stuff. Also like the music. The music part was my favorite, that I had to put a couple on my cell phone or iPod and had to listen to them. Excuse me about that. But this game, I have to say, this game is pretty fun. I don't have too much problems with the game. I do like graphics, music, gameplay, and stuff. And, at least they include a lot of the main characters, which is pretty cool. Sorry, allergies and itchy nose. So anyway, but I don't have much to say. My only major concern about the game is sometimes the attack, the controls, like the attack and movement, feel a little stiff kind of. So sometimes that can throw you off, especially when you're trying to react to an enemy's attack. So it kind of delays your reaction a little bit. And overall, the other problem I have is sometimes you gotta learn the combos and special abilities. Because sometimes they take time to master. Get like some will say, hit left, left, right, or tap this button and stuff. But I don't have too much to say. But overall, this game's pretty good actually. I was able to beat the original one time, but beat the original several times, but the arcade one was kind of hard. Even though the original one for PlayStation is known as Soul Blade, which is still pretty fun. So, overall, I really don't have too much to say, except this game is pretty fun. I do like the graphics stuff. Everything all adds up pretty good. So, I'm gonna pause gameplay footage and get to the final results. And I really don't have too much to say right now. I do want to mention they did release a version 2 for the arcade, which is the same thing. The only difference was they include Cervantes and a few other characters. And, the PlayStation release was called Soul Blade, so I don't understand why they have different names for the arcade and stuff. I just don't get it, but overall, all I got to say is the game's really good and it's fun. They did a good job at pulling off this game for the first time, and I must say they really did a good job at themselves at making this game. So, I don't have too much to say. My only major complaint is it takes time to get to know the combos, attacks, and stuff, and the controls are a little stiff sometimes. But overall, the game's fun, so be honest, let's just give the game a 8.5 because it's fun, has a few problems, but overall, it's still a really good game, and you should try it if you get a chance. So that's really all I have to say right now, and this is pretty much my last review for season 3 of surferbrg's review time. Hopefully, I can start reviewing more games in my next season, and maybe do some more console reviews. So anyway, that's all I have to say. See you guys.